Apple has confirmed the release of its latest iPhone will be delayed due to coronavirus, and Chinese competitor Huawei has become the #1 smartphone manufacturer. Let's get more now with Stephen Fenech, our tech guru, editor at Tech Guide. Hello to you, Stephen.
Good morning, Janie.
Let's start with Apple. They have confirmed the iPhone 12 will be delayed. No real surprises there, though.
No, not at all. It's probably confirmed what we already knew. Their CFO, Louis Maestri, in a call to investors, confirmed that he said that normally we release at the end of September, but that will be delayed by a few weeks. So that was out of his mouth, and that kind of, like I said, confirmed our suspicion that because of coronavirus, Apple had been hit pretty hard in their production, and that set back the release of the iPhone 12, the production of the iPhone 12, back a little while. You can't start producing the iPhone 12 the month before it comes out. That production normally ramps up several months in advance. So that's definitely going to be affected. It also, because of the fact too, their supply chain was severely disrupted as well. So other companies that supply components and other parts for iPhone 12 were also in lockdown during that period, many of them located in China as well. So, yes, expect to see a launch event sometime in September at the usual time. But instead of it going on sale a couple of weeks later in late September, early October, it'll probably be mid to late October, possibly even early November before we see the iPhone 12 in stores. And this is a big one because it's going to be Apple's very first 5G device as well. So they're expecting a lot of people interested in it. It's also going to have a slightly tweaked design as well. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of people interested in this. They want to give it its best chance, so they want to get it out as soon as possible. Unfortunately, it's just going to be a few weeks later than usual.
Yeah, they have to be patient with that one. But Huawei has overtaken Samsung as the #1 global smartphone manufacturer.
That's right, yeah. The Q2 shipment figures show that Huawei shipped 55.8 million units compared to Samsung's 54.3 million units. And that put them over the top of Samsung for the very first time. So Huawei being the #1 smartphone manufacturer, it's pretty significant given the fact that they're fighting the global pandemic like everybody else. But also, too, you've got to keep in mind that they're also in the middle of a US black ban. So the phones can't be sold in the US. Android operating system is also not allowed on the device. So they've done pretty well considering. The reason they are back at #1, though, for Q2 is on the strength of the China recovery. China, which is Huawei's home country, have really supported the brand as they came out of lockdown, and that's seen these Q2 shipment figures really rise. Samsung don't enjoy quite the same amount of support in China, so we're seeing that as the difference here. Huawei being #1. Samsung have a big product release next week. We'll talk about that next Saturday, but that's likely to sort of leapfrog them back to the top spot, I'd say, by Q3. But Q3, Huawei were usually #2, but the fact they've come to #1 is pretty significant.
And Steve, the Consumer Electronics Show, the biggest tech trade show in the world. It's held every January in Las Vegas. I know you go to it. It's going to be an online event, and it's going to be interesting, isn't it? Because we have seen a lot of success with online events already during COVID-19. What are they planning?
Yeah, well, the Consumer Electronics Show, you're right, I go every January. I've been going for the last 16 years. I'm normally in Vegas in January. This year, 2021 will be the first time in a while. Instead of having a physical event, they've decided to have a virtual event. So you'll still be able to see the media releases, streamed press conferences and things like that. But I don't think it's going to be the same. This is a massive event held every year in Vegas. A couple of 100,000 people turn up. And it's not just people like myself, the media that are there. This is also a massive area for the manufacturers. They plan their launches for this event. Also, retailers also come to Vegas to do the deals with these manufacturers and see what's in the pipeline for the next year and beyond. And this is where they decide what products they're going to stock in their stores. So it's going to have a pretty significant effect. So, yeah, it'll go ahead as a virtual event, but nowhere near have the same impact as if we're there on the ground. There's normally a couple of 100,000 people, as I said, so social distancing would have been impossible.
You'll have to wait till the year after. But, yeah, we're seeing a lot of AI-style technology and, you know, no doubt it's going to be magnificent. But, yeah, as you said, it will be a very different one. Steve Fenech, always a pleasure to see you. See you next week.
Thanks, Jane.